Hey guys, hey everyone, welcome back to Tech Support Spy Live. We appreciate you guys tuning in and watching me today. We're gonna go over a few things today as far as our weekly computer news for this week. I think this week is for August 17th. We're gonna talk about some back to school deals, uh, some back to school tech deals, headphones, laptops, tablets. We're going to talk about Microsoft. Microsoft had an update for an August update this week. May have caused some issues to you gamers, and we're going to talk about gaming as well. I used to be a PC gamer, and I no longer game on the PC. I game now on the console, and I'll tell you why once we get to that article. Then we're going to talk about how Target may have been hacked. We'll talk about that. And of course, everyone has heard about the news about GTA 6, and I love Grand Theft Auto. I love Red Dead Redemption 1 and 2. So we're going to talk about what's been going on here with GTA 6 and the leaks. All right. All right, if you're new to Tech Support Spy, my name is David. I am the founder of Tech Support Spy LLC. I've been in 15 years in IT experience. I'm also have at least 10 plus years of tech support experience, and I still do tech support in the evening. And I try to deliver computer content and tech support content. And I'm also a former college IT instructor, and I want to help the world become tech savvy. And we need your support. We need for you to support us, watch our content, our videos, put a like on this live stream, watch our content on YouTube. You can also follow us on Twitch, follow us on Kick, follow us on TikTok as well. We have some videos on TikTok. I'm trying to figure out how I can become live and do live streams on TikTok. It seems like you have to have like 1,000 followers on TikTok before you can do some live streaming. There are some exceptions. It seems like I can tap into to do live streams on TikTok. But if you like what I do with our content, definitely subscribe or follow us on TikTok as well. All right. One of the things that I like to do when I do these videos or do these live streams is have some sound effects, and we want to try to entertain you. We also want to try to educate you. And one of the things I like to do anytime I do a live stream, I like to kind of break the ice, be a little silly, be a little goofy. And one of the things that we like to do is we like to do the silly saying of the stream. So anytime I say something goofy, silly, left field as I'm going through these live streams, just being me because I'm a goofy guy, I'm going to just stop and say, you know what? It's time for the silly saying of the stream. And the silly saying of the stream this time is going to be fix your brakes. Right? Fix your brakes is going to be the silly saying of the stream. Right? So one of the things is that when I do this, right, and we stop, and you're going to tell when it's like, you know what, it's time to say the silly saying of the stream. We're going to just stop. 1, 2, 3. Fix your brakes is going to be the silly saying in the stream. And you can use this. Keep this. Right? If you are in a conversation with somebody that is saying something goofy, something silly, just stop and say, you know what? Fix your brakes. Right? Just tell them, fix your brakes. All right. I hope you enjoyed that. Let's dive into our live stream here. So, back to school, right? It's about that time for kids to go back to school, high schoolers to go back to school. Um, Anytime that we go back to school, you might need new books, need new backpacks, you might need new computers, new gadgets, new accessories. So, back to school deals, losing the main PC manufacturers, Dell, Apple, HP, Lenovo, they usually have back to school deals. Let's talk about this. This is an article from PC Mag. Talks about while it's still summer, excuse me. Back to school season is coming up faster than you think. Here are the A plus deals from Best Buy to make you or your kids ace the school year. So they first start off with this Dyson deal. It's a cool CF1 desk fan. I wonder when I first saw it, I said, "What is this? It looks like some type of portal or something." Like couldn't understand what this was. And where is my laughing? There we go. I couldn't find my laughing sound effects. But let's take a look at this. Like normally it goes for $249. or normally goes for $379. Now it's going for $249. Let's take a look at this real quick. I finally did take a look at this, and look at this, right? It's a Dyson Cool CF1 adjustable blade desk fan, right? Going for $250, and look how big this thing is. But imagine if it's still summer and it's hot. Let's say you're in the South. Let's say you're in Phoenix, wherever you may be, and it's hot, and you are working in some type of office. I mean, this looks like it actually gives you pretty good air, that can really cool you off when it's hot outside, right? So I kind of like this, right? What else they have in this article, PC Mag? It talks about the D-Tech Extra Cordless Vacuum, right? Let's see what it says about this. It talks about, give me a second here. My computer has frozen a little. There we go. All right. It talks about this Dyson V15 D-Tech vacuum will help you clean up any messy dorm, room, or apartment so that you can concentrate in an immaculate environment. An immaculate environment, right? They're using big words here, like immaculate, extraordinary. You know what? That was kind of silly, kind of goofy. It's time for, you know what? 1, 2, 3. Fix your brakes, right? Silly saying of the stream. Anytime I say something goofy, weird, or corny, we're gonna do the silly saying of the stream. Fix your brakes, right? So, hope you guys are having fun with that. All right. So it talks about this vacuum, and this vacuum actually. Let's take a look at this. It normally goes for $849. Wow. And it's going to go now for $499. That's pretty expensive. Let's take this off. We got to take this off. It's pretty expensive. It talks about it spins up to 125,000 RPMs. Wow, which is 100% more powerful than its predecessor, the Dyson V8. It has a fluffy optic cleaner head that helps uncover invisible dust, as well as a digital motor bar cleaner that deep cleans any kind of floor. Now PC Mag is starting to sell me on it. Where's that? There it is. Wise. It talks about the vacuum includes an LCD screen that displays valuable information, such as how many particles it has picked up and its remaining power. With 60 minutes of battery life, you'll have plenty of time to clean up your area. Plus, with a 2-year warranty, Dyson has you covered with confidence. I actually like that vacuum. I don't know if I would pay $500 for it, but it sounds pretty neat. Maybe it's $300. If you got $300, I'll probably invest $300 in it. But $500, no. I'm not doing $400 for that, or $500. What else we got here? Some of the mouses, right? So if you get like a new computer, new desktop, you want to have a good mouse, Logitech loosely has great mouses, right? They have great mouses. They have great headsets as well, and great microphones. I like Logitech when it comes to like microphones, headsets, and mice, whatever you want to call it. So talking about here, a Logitech signature M650 mouse right now is going for $24.99 at Best Buy. Got a combo touch keyboard and trackpad for a Logitech iPad. For Logitech iPad combo touch keyboard and trackpad case. So basically it's a Logitech keyboard case. You can put your iPad into it. Looks like it can cover or offer supporters for an iPad 10 or iPad 10 generation or a A16 combo. It says that a keypad, trackpad, and a case all in one. You'll be more productive while also keeping your iPad safe. The trackpad lets you be more precise when navigating through different apps, and the backlit keyboard will let you work faster. So, $119. Okay, $119. I'll take it if I had an iPad. I don't have an iPad, but I'll take it. A Robo Rock deal for a vacuum and mop. Really? A vacuum and mop? For $300. Let's take a look at this. Let me take a look. I have not looked at this. This is the first time I am looking at this, and I went through this article. This is a Robo Rock Q10 series robot vacuum. Wow. Does this like run around the floor and just clean and just suck up stuff? Yeah, it does. I'm probably showing my age a little bit, but I'm thinking about Buck Rogers, like the little robot that will walk around with Buck Rogers. Right? That might be the silliest thing of the stream, but yeah, this is what that's the first thing I thought about is the Buck Rogers robot when I saw this. Let's see what PC Mag says about this. Right? It talks about it's inevitable that your room will get dirty, of course, while you're in school. You might think to yourself that you don't have time to clean it while you're studying, but that's what a robot vacuum is for. It can go around your room by itself while you tackle assignments. So I guess you can use Roborock to clean your floor. Roborock, you need to make somebody's bed. Like, have the robot rock make my bed in the morning, right? Imagine you were studying for a test and you have the Roborock just going around, cleaning your floor. I guess is what you could use it for. It talks about the Roborock Q10 robot vacuum and its dust bag can store up to 7 weeks of debris. What? I didn't read this all the way through. I must have overlooked this. Before automatically emptying itself out. That's actually pretty neat. Ensuring that you won't have to do any of the heavy lifting. It uses its navigation system to avoid any obstacles and maps out your room or maps out your home to determine the most efficient cleaning route, whether it's pet hair, dirt, food crumbs on the carpet. This robot vacuum uses its impressive 10,000 PA suction power to make sure nothing is left behind. All right. Robot or Robo Rock, right? RoboCop, Robo Rock, Robobot. I'm being silly now. Yeah, I don't know. For $300, I would probably invest into it just to see how it would work. I would have liked for it to be $199.99, $200, but I would invest into it. This is probably the last one I'll talk about in this article here. But the TP-Link Deco AXE5400 home mesh. I actually have this router and it's phenomenal. Where is my clap? I'm gonna just do this. It didn't work. This is actually pretty neat. A neat router. If you are looking for a router, it talks about how it can reach up to 7,200 square feet. I believe 7,200 square feet is almost a mile, I believe. So it talks about this internet mesh provides you with extensive coverage. It does, allowing you to reach up to 7,200 square feet. This ensures you have plenty of space without having to worry about dead zones. It works very well, believe me. I have it. I use it. Or drops in your connection. Plus, it can handle up to 200 devices, so no friends or family friends will be left behind without internet. $279 at Best Buy. I think that's a good deal because I think I paid. No, let me take a step back. I think mine. I got off of Amazon. I think mine on Amazon was like $189, like $190. So I got it less than $200. And you might want to find this on Amazon. Let's see if we can find it on Amazon real quick before we go to the next article or the next topic here. It's actually a pretty good router. It's easy to set up. You have to use an app, a Deco app, to set it up. I would advise to get the security program that they offer. Yeah, see, Best Buy, if you come across this, you're charging too much there, buddy. You're charging too much. Where is my laughter, right? You're charging too much. You can get it. Where's this? 179. I wouldn't get it from Walmart. Well, all right, take that back. I would get it from Walmart, but 179.99. This is off of. Never heard of this website, so we're just going to skip it. We're just going to act like we didn't see this website. 'Cause I have no clue who the heck is Tapo. um, but Walmart. Let's take a look at this. I would invest into it. This might not be the same one because they're only showing 2 nodes, and the TP-Link Deco XE75 has 3 nodes. So it has like the base that you can connect it to your router, or not your router, to your modem, right? And then that'll be like your main hub, and then the other 2 nodes you'll basically move it around the house so it has enough Wi-Fi coverage around your home. I don't think this one at Walmart is the right one, so no, don't go to Walmart for this. It loosely comes with 3 nodes. One is the main one, and the other 2 you spread out throughout your home. But you can get it for at least $180, less than $200 off of other sites like Amazon. So definitely search for it if you are not wanting to pay that $279 there at Best Buy. All right. There's some good deals. I'm not gonna go through all these, but I will make sure that I will add this article into the YouTube description of this live stream once I get done. So you can always go back to the YouTube live stream and take a look at the articles that we have in there that I speak about in this live stream. All right. All right. Now, if you've been watching some of our live streams, Micro Center is one of my favorite stores. You can almost get anything from Micro Center. They have some deals, back to school, tech savings, tech deals. Let's see what they got. Let's see what they have. Get you a new Dell DC16251, 32 gigs of RAM. Intel Core 7 150U. That's a 150U. Most likely is a mobile Intel Core 7 processor for a laptop or for a mobile device. 32 gigs with 5200 DDR5 5200. 5200 being the megahertz, the speed that the RAM can process data, and a 1 terabyte solid state drive for $899. Let's see how much this may go on the web. Let's see. Let's take a look at this. All right. And then chime in. Chime in the chat. Let me know, do you plan on purchasing another PC for your son, your daughter, your niece, your nephew for back to school? Chime in, let me know. See how much this is going for. We already know about Micro Center. Amazon. Amazon, it's the same one. Let's see what Amazon has it going for. Oh, it's currently unavailable. All right. Dell is selling it for $1279. It's the Dell Experience. That's not the same computer. Walmart, do you actually have it for $849? Yeah. $849. How much was Micro Center selling for? $899. So they're selling it a little cheaper than Micro Center, but you can see what the going rate is for that particular computer. You got an HP here with a Ryzen 7 7735U, which is also an AMD Ryzen 7 mobile processor from AMD. You got some RAM. We know RAM right now. No, this is graphic card. Sorry. It's a Radeon RX 9070. I'm a NVIDIA guy. I'd rather go with like a 15 or 5060, 5070, 5080, 5090. But if you're needing a graphic card right now, $729 for a 9070. Yeah, I mean, give it a shot. Got some processors, Ryzen 7 5800 X3D for $299. They got some bundles. I like AMD, so we're gonna take a look at some AMD bundles for you PC builders and your gamers out there.
Nice.
They got a Ryzen 5 7500 X3D 16 gigs of DDR5 6000 being the megahertz that the RAM can process the speed at. $399 for 400. I mean, I think that's a good start of a good build. Maybe throw like a 5060 in there, maybe. And if the 5060 is too high, maybe go with like a 4090 if you can find one. I don't think NVIDIA is making the 4090s anymore. So you might have to go with a 5000 series NVIDIA. I like NVIDIA graphic card if you go with that. If you go with this price here. Let me, where is this working? Let me see if this is working. Yes, it is working. I love it. So you can probably go with that. Ryzen 7 7800 X3D, 32 gigs. This is good. Where is the Ryzen 5 or 7 9800 X3D? Where is that at? Where is that at, Micro Center? Oh, you got the Ryzen 7 9800 X3D. Look how much it is, about $930 with the bundle. Where's the 9850? Is the 9850 in here? Yes, the 9850. If you are a gamer and you're looking to build a good PC, right? And I'll talk about later why I don't use gaming PCs anymore. But this is a good build. 9850 X3D with 32 gigs of RAM at DDR5 6000 being that speed. With an Asus B850E Tough Gaming Wi-Fi motherboard, right? I think that's a good build, right? That's a good build, right? Yeah, definitely check out Micro Center. If you are in a city that has a Micro Center store, stop by a Micro Center and take a look at some of the deals that they have. All right. The next back to school tech deal, and again, chime in here, chat. Let me know what back to school deals you're looking for. You know, what computer, what monitor, what TV. You know, are you planning on getting anything for your son, your daughter, your niece, your nephew, anything, right? Are you planning on getting any type of back to school accessory, computer? Chime in, let me know. I'd like to hear what you plan on getting your back to school little one, or even a high schooler that's going back to school this summer or this fall here. All right, this is the next one. It's another PC magazine, and talks about the best back to school tech deals on headphones, laptops, tablets, and more. Talks about it's almost time to trade the keyboard or the backyard barbecues and beach days for lecture notes and laptops. The new school year is closing in fast, which means the race to check off all those academic necessities is kicking off now. Gone are the days when all you needed was a few pencils, colorful folders, and a composition notebook. School includes a heck of a lot of tech that is used to you're more likely to find a classroom full of Chromebooks with the traditional spiral notebooks nowadays. And don't even get me started on university lecture halls filled with students tapping away on MacBooks or note-taking tablets, right? So you know, when I was in school, Sonny, that's a silly saying of the stream. Goofy, right? So anytime you see somebody saying something goofy, something silly, just say, fix your brakes. Right? Just say, fix your brakes. oh, wrong one. No, the wrong one. I should do this one. Yeah. When I was in school, right, we had computers, we had laptops, we had notebooks. Didn't have the iPhones though. Did not have an iPhone. Had a phone, but had like the flip phones when I was in school. Nowadays, right, just like PC Mac says, nowadays in school, you get students have their MacBooks, have their tablets. They're always on their phone. Always got that iPhone or or Android, or whatever they're using to be on their phone to kind of keep up with social media. Nowadays, school is different from how it was. So let's talk about what PC Mag has in here for some good back-to-school laptop deals, right? So it talks about this Lenovo IdeaPad Slim 3i. It's an Intel Core i3 N305. You probably never heard of it, but because it's an i3, it's an N305. It's most likely a mobile laptop Intel processor, right? Um, and it has 128 gigs of storage. It's probably solid state drive, flash storage, and 8 gigs of RAM, right? So it talks about if you're if you're balling on a budget, balling on a budget for the 26-27 school year, look no further than the Lenovo IdeaPad Slim 3i. Besides its 15.6-inch big screen appeal, it rocks a capable yet price conscientious. I can't pronounce that word. I'm struggling with that word, but price conscientious Intel Core i3 processor, which is plenty powerful enough for basic everyday tasks, browsing, and even light streaming when all of your homework is wrapped up. Okay, 120 gigs, I think that's too low. But if you have a student that you know that's in elementary school, this might be a good elementary school laptop, not to take to school, but maybe do some homework at home. 128 gigs, that can be filled quick. But if your child, niece, nephew, whoever it may be, if they don't store a lot of homework, a lot of stuff on the laptop with 128 gigs, and just need to go online to certain class assignments, and all the class assignments is saved online or saved like on the school's cloud server or something like that, then this will work. If you're on a budget, right, $346 is a good price for a good laptop. Probably has like Windows 11 on it. Let's take a look at it real quick. And if you need more storage, right, because again, 128 gigs, in my opinion, can basically fill up quick. You can always get like an external drive. Get like an external drive for like $60 at Micro Center, Best Buy, wherever. Plug it into the USB port and then store data or move data from the 128 gig storage internally to your external drive if need be. If you need to kind of free up space. I'm trying to see Windows 11 Home S. So if you do have Windows 11 Home S, there's options with Windows 11 that you can get out of Windows 11 Home S and go to just Windows 11 Home. Windows 11 Home S, if you ever experienced it, it's not a good experience. And basically, it's a security mode for Windows 11, and what it does is it locks down everything. You can't download software. You can't download, I don't know, you can't download Roblox. You can't download Google Chrome, right? It locks everything down. So if you do go with a Windows 11 Home S machine, make sure you upgrade to Windows 11 Home. If you don't know how to do that, you can always inbox me. You can always email us. I'll give you our email here at the end of the live stream if you need help with it. Or you can always Google how to get out of Windows 11 Home S to Windows 11 Home. And there's always a video or article out there that shows you how to do it. All right. The Workforce ES400 duplex document scanner. I'm not worried about a scanner. What else does this article have? A power bank, right? So if you need to charge certain things, no, this is a projector. Now I went through this, but for some reason I overlooked this. So this is a Nebula Capsule 3 laser with a power bank tripod. So getting ready for movie night. Oh wow. Oh wow, let's take a look at this, right? Getting ready for a movie night in your dorm, the Nebula Capsule 3 projector delivers an impressive experience with 300 ANSI lumens of brightness and 1080p, making your movies and TV shows feel lifelike. It has Google TV, Netflix built in, giving you plenty of entertainment options. Due to its compact form, you'll be able to take it anywhere, weighing only 4 pounds. Wow, like really?
Nice.
It's easy to fit in your bag and carry around without any issues. I like this. I might have to invest in 684 though. That's still kind of a lot. I like it. You might be able to find it cheaper online somewhere, but I like it. I might invest in that. The Did I miss the wrong one? Yeah, I missed the wrong one. This is the article. Sorry. Oh god. Well, we did look at this. We did look at this one. All right. Let's get back on track a little bit because I missed that one. The HP OmniBook 3, right? This has a AMD Ryzen 3 30 with 8 gigs of RAM, with 256 gigs of solid state drive space, Windows 11 Home. Want a big screen laptop? It's a 16-inch screen, right? So it's going to be bigger than a 15-inch. Without the big ticket price, look no further than the HP OmniBook 3. It's a massive 16-inch laptop that sports a 2K touchscreen and enough screen real estate to give all your Windows room to breathe. So this might be something to take a look at for 440 or for 450 with 8 gigs of RAM and 256 gigs of hard drive or solid state drive space. I think this is worth looking into. Lenovo ThinkBook 16, Generation 8, has a Intel Core Ultra 7 255H, 32 gigs of RAM, and 2 terabytes at $15.99. Even if you're using your computer for school, it had better mean business. The Lenovo ThinkPad 16 Generation 8 laptop shows up ready to work with a snappy Intel Core Ultra 7 processor and a generous 32 gigs of RAM and a spacious 2 terabyte SSD. I like it. $1,600 is a little high for me, but you got to look at what it's giving you, right? It's giving you 32 gigs of RAM, right? That's a lot. It's almost like you have a gaming laptop, and it's giving you 2 terabytes of solid state drive space, right? That if you store a lot of data, videos, pictures, it's going to be some time before you fill up that 2 terabyte solid state drive. I don't like the price. I would think maybe $1,300, $1,400. So maybe $13.99 for this. But I mean, I think it's worth looking into, and if you're able to invest into it, Amazon has it for $15.99 for $1,600. So worth taking into. Lenovo ThinkPad E16, 16 gigs, 512 gigs of solid state drive at $12.78. I think, in my opinion, that's about right based off the Ultra 7, 255, 16 gigs, plus it's 512 gigs. I would have liked it to be $11.99, but $12.78, I'd go with it. Apple AirPods 4. This is at Best Buy for $900. What are these going for right now? I have some Apple AirPods, but I do not have the Apple AirPods 4. I think mine are like 2s. All right, let's see what this goes for. Apple AirPods 4. Let's see. I'm curious of what they go for. AirPods 4. Target has for $99. And how much was Best Buy? Yeah. Looks like that's the going sale price for those AirPods. So, yeah, if you like AirPods, Apple, there you go. Bose Quiet Comfort Headphones, right? These are going for $250. I like Bose. I like Bose headsets. They're quality headsets. So yeah, this might be worth looking into. AirPods or Apple AirPods Pro 3s for $189. That's probably around the same price that other online retailers are selling them for. Let's see what else this has. A Sony WH-1000X-M5. It's Sony WH-1000X-M5. Has some noise canceling headphones. $248. Let's see how much these are actually going for on the net. Because I feel like $248 is kind of high, right? I feel like $248 is kind of high. Let's see what this is going for on the net. This is $249 at Best Buy. Target's $249. I guess that might be the going rate for them. That's the thing. When you look online, you research some of these make and models of some of the headphones or equipment or laptops you're looking for, make sure, right, you match the make and model, right? The make and model of that device when you search on Google, because you can sometimes get lost and choose the wrong thing and think, hey, I found the Sony WH1000 M or X M5 for $9, and it's the wrong one, right? So just make sure you look for the right make and model when you're searching online for some of these devices, right? I think PC Mac gave a good list of different deals that you can look at. Some of those laptops I would consider looking at. And again, I'll put this link in the description of the YouTube video or for this live stream. You can always go back and take a look at the articles and take a look at these articles for yourself. All right, let's go to the next article here. Uh-oh. You PC gamers, you might not like this one. All right. Microsoft says their August Windows update may cause gaming issues. Right. This is an article from Bleeping Computer. Microsoft is investigating a potential issue with the August 2026 updates that may prevent some games from launching or cause them to crash on affected Windows 11 systems. So one of the things is that with me, I used to be a PC gamer. I used to do like Assassin's Creed. Um, used to do some of the World of Tank. I used to play World of Tank a lot. But then after a while, I have issues so often on my PC that I couldn't game, freeze. I would have issues. I had to troubleshoot it. Had to replace parts, drivers, BIOS, all that stuff just to get my computer to work. And it would be not so often, but every other often I would have an issue. And after a while, I got tired of it. I said, you know what? I'm not gaming anymore on a gaming PC. And I went back to the gaming console. And on the gaming console, do I have any problems ever so often? No. No problems at all on a
Nice.
gaming console, whether it's a Xbox or whether it's a PlayStation. No problems at all. And I get it. On a PC with a good graphic card, good processor, and a lot of RAM, yeah, you can your games looks like they're real. It looks like the Terminator is right in your face when you're playing a game on a PC. But so often, whether it be operating issues, it'll be driver issues, it'll be hardware issues. Ever so often, you come across some things where you can't game, and I got tired of it. So I left computer PC gaming and went back to the console, and I have no problems, no driver issue, no operating system issues that's slowing my gaming down. I can turn my gaming console on and enjoy my gaming. I may not have like the top frames per second, and I might not be cool, but I can game. I got decent graphics, and I can have fun. So anyway, that's just my rant on PC games. So it talks about the confirmation follows users reports that a limited number of games, including Arc Raiders, and I play Arc Raiders. I play Arc Raiders on the gaming console. Marvel Token, Fighting Souls, and the Finals become unresponsive on devices running Windows 11 version 25H2 and Windows 11 version 24H2. The complete list of symptoms users are experiencing on impacted systems include game freezing, games closing without notice, exception access violation errors. So you're probably getting blue screens and unexpected system restarts. Man, that sucks. That man. So if you're playing any of those games, especially Arc Raiders, I like Arc Raiders, but man, if you're on a PC, following I can't talk. Following the release of Windows updates on August 11th, 2026, KB Knowledge Base 512.1003 and later, Microsoft received reports of issues involving inability to run games as expected. Microsoft said in a Windows release health dashboard update on Wednesday, are presently we are presently man, I'm struggling to talk tonight. We are presently investigating to determine if this is an issue caused by Microsoft. We will provide an update when more information is available. So it kind of goes in more about this. I'm not going to dive more into it. One thing it talks about, if you do use or play the finals, it talks about unofficial workarounds available for Embark Studios. So if you play the game called the finals, I never heard of the finals. I think it's like a shooting game. It's a first-person shooter game. It says, we are aware, they sent out a statement basically, we are aware of the crash that has been impacting some players since the most recent Windows update, KB 512-1003. This is a crash related to the file inpout x64.sys or sys, which changed with the Windows update. We're working towards a long-term fix that we hope to deploy ASAP. But in the meantime, as you may have seen on Reddit and other places, there is a workaround solution that will safely remove the file in question and allow you to play the game without issue.
Nice.
Talks about until Microsoft ships an official fix for the issue, Embark shared a multi-step temporary workaround that requires users to stop and delete the service and remove the inpout x64 file from the C drive. So it's C Windows System 32 drivers folder. This isn't the first time Windows updates have caused performance and stability issues for Windows gamers. For instance, in October 2024, Microsoft blocked Windows 24H2 upgrades, and some systems because of known issues that cause easy anti-cheat blue screens and Asphalt 8 game crashes, right? So when Windows or Microsoft sometimes do their updates, sometimes they cause more issues than giving you beneficial updates sometimes, right? And then, when you look at like Windows and Microsoft, like Microsoft software, Windows and Office is the most widely used software in the world, right? I see comments like go to Linux and go to Apple. Well, if you have used Microsoft Windows all your life, it's a learning curve. It's a learning curve to go to Apple and try to understand and use an Apple operating system over your mind has been used to using Windows all your life. And even with Linux, it's a learning curve with Linux. If you go start using Linux, you got to be trained. You got to kind of train yourself or find some type of training tutorial online that kind of help you understand Linux. And then, too, with Linux, right, there's software out there that a lot of people use, and that software is only Windows-based. And you can't even use some of those Windows-based software on Linux. So it's hard to balance it because Microsoft, in my mind and in my opinion, is kind of a monopoly per se. But majority of the world uses Windows. They use Microsoft software. So you can't say, hey, I'm going to go to Linux. That's great, but make sure you train yourself on how to use Linux, especially if you've been using Windows all your life, right? So think about that. All right, next article. Next article, please. Target apparently may have been hacked this week. This is an article from TechRadar. It talks about Target may have suffered another damaging data leak as hackers claim 8.6 gigs or gigabytes haul of data. And I shop at Target. I don't know how many stores Target has around the country, and I feel like Target may have some stores overseas. Does Target have stores overseas? Target has stores overseas. Yeah, okay. It's a U.S. based company. All right. Didn't know that. I thought I seen a Target in Paris somewhere. Yeah, it's a bad joke. That should be the silly saying of the stream. Let's go ahead and do it. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I missed it. Fix your brakes, right? Again, if somebody is saying something to you and is just silly or is just getting on your nerves, just say fix your brakes, right? So, let's take a look at this, right? Let's take a look at this article here. Hackers claim to have nabbed Target source code, probably source programming code, but some experts are skeptical, right? It talks about hackers are claiming to have breached Target in what would be the U.S. supermarkets giant's second breach in 2026 alone. I did not know this is the second time for Target, and that's shop at Target. The attackers are threatening to release gigabytes of source code into the dark web unless the company pays them. Oh, looks like they're holding them up for ransom. But not everyone is sold on the idea that the U.S. merchandise giant has actually was hacked this time around. Some security researchers believe this might just be a case of lowly criminal piggybacking on someone else's work. Was there really a hack? So it talks about Target was first hit in January 2026 when a threat actor posted a new thread in an underground hacking community to claim they were selling the company's data and that this was just the first of many data sets to go on auction. The support claim to support their claim, they created multiple repositories on Giteo, a self-hosted Git platform, and uploaded a small sample of the data. The repositories totaled around 860 gig in size. Wow. Nice. No, that was the wrong one. That was the right one. Anyway, I'll get used to these sound effects. Anyway, it talks about the configuration files and developer documentation while repository names were referenced. Internal systems such as wallet services, identity management, store network tools, and secret documentation and gift card systems. Target later confirmed the authenticity of the breach. This time around, however, a different threat actor with an alias, exploiters, wow, created a new data link site in mid-June 2026 and earlier this month added Target. They claim to have stolen 8.6 gigs of the company's source code and have given it 2 days to pay up or see the data leak on the dark web. Wow. All right. I don't know. I would think if they had an issue back in January, I would think, depending on if this is me talking, this is in my head, right? Talking now. If they weren't hacked and they know it's a bluff, then of course you're not going to pay up. But if it's not a bluff, Target's a big company. You would think they'd probably pay something, and I don't know. Let me see if I can go. Let's take a look. I didn't take a look at this one. I went through this article first. This is an article back in 2026, or early in January 2026 that Target was hit. Hackers apparently selling internal source code stolen from the American retail giant. Data for sale. Bleeping Computer also said search engines previously indexed and cached some content from get.target.com, hinting that some of the stolen data may have been publicly accessible at some point. However, it was unknown to determine when or under what configuration. At this moment, the authenticity of the criminal's claims cannot be verified, and Target is yet to comment. But since the company obviously moved to take down the Giteo repositories, it is safe to assume that the breach is quite serious. I don't know. Let's see. The Target. Let's Google this. Target. January. So attack. Did they pay up? I'm curious. Did they pay up? Did they come out with the money? Target did not pay ransom. Target may suffer. And we are talking about the tax radar. There's no articles here saying if they paid up, but this is based off this AI search. So they probably didn't pay. For the 2026, they probably didn't pay up. And they probably didn't pay. They probably may not pay up this go around either. So it might be just, again, threat actors just trying to pressure Target to pay some money up to basically trick them to thinking that they have source code and they have data that they don't want to have released out there in the dark web. So we'll see how that goes. If I see another article as a follow up on this, I'll make sure to include it in one of my live streams. So let's go on to the next article here. And again, chime in. Let me know in the chat. Right? Did you hear about the Target hacking or the Target cyber attack back in January? This is the first time I knew that Target was even hacked at all this month potentially, or back in January. And I think I bought some windbreakers. I think I brought some windbreakers from there, like back in like June or July. So I don't know. I shop at Target. So anyway, all right. This is GTA 6, and this will probably be the last article for this live stream. But GTA 6, and I'm a fan of GTA. Rockstar Gaming. You know, I remember when I think the GTA when it first came out, I think it was GTA London, I believe, and it had like the on top view, right? You would see your character on the top rather than like in like third or second person, right? Um, and then I think the first GTA game I played that I own, I want to say and show me, somebody tell me in the chat what was the Grand Theft Auto before San Andreas? I feel like San Andreas was the first GTA game that I played. But somebody let me know what was the GTA game before San Andreas? Because that was, I believe, was the first GTA game that I owned. Right, that was on the PlayStation. But anyway, let's talk about this. All right, I think everybody's heard about GTA 6 and the leaking of GTA 6, about the content and some of the mini snippets of the gameplay, right? So Two Take Interactive is the parent company over Rockstar, right? So they're basically the main company that basically funds Rockstar. So the parent of Rockstar Games has also been demanding Discord crackdown on messages that have been sharing information about the GTA 6 leak. Let me pull this up here. So it talks about, this is an article from PC Mag. I got a whole bunch of articles on PC Mag. I like PC Mag. So it talks about the subpoena against Microsoft. So basically, oops, I'm not reading this all the way. I need to slow down a little bit. Like, just slow down a little bit. All right. So it talks about, to find the Grand Theft Auto 6 leaker, the parent company of Rockstar Games have resorted to filing a subpoena. Or filing subpoenas in the U.S. court to force Microsoft and Discord to hand over their records. And I do plan to do a Discord server. We haven't built the audience enough. So hopefully you like our content, you start watching us consecutively, and we can build the Tech Support Spy audience. But we don't have enough viewers yet to create our Discord server. On Thursday, Take-Two Interactive filed subpoenas against both Microsoft and Discord in the Southern District Court of New York, which Kotaku, say that 5 times, Kotaku first spotted. The subpoenas mentioned CyberLeak, which apparently is the group that did the hacking. CyberLeak, the group that's been leaking the GTA 6 footage and may have stolen an early test build of the game. It looks like Take-Two is trying to identify details behind the Discord ID that uses the CyberLeak handle. Whether the handle belongs to the actual group or merely an imposter, it's unclear. But it talks about the subpoena against Microsoft stands out a little more because its demands all internal Microsoft business records and investigative records associated with Microsoft's internal investigation of the CyberLeak persona sufficient to identify the users, persons, and other entities associated with that persona. So basically, again, kind of go back what I said earlier. Microsoft software, Windows, Office, OneDrive, right? All those Microsoft services is like the most widely used programs in the world. So somewhere this CyberLink group is possibly using some type of Microsoft service, some type of Windows operating system, some type of OneDrive, and they'll talk about some things here later on about Xbox. But they want to see if Microsoft has tracked this CyberLeak user or some type of user ID, and they want to find out if this CyberLeak group or this user ID is actually using Microsoft services. So it talks about for each returned account, provide the account ID. So this is what they're asking for in the subpoena. Each returned account for CyberLink, provide the account ID, registration email, registration and the last login IP address, phone number, and linked connections to Xbox, Google, any other third-party services like Google or Xbox, anything else that they're connected to. Take They're asking basically for that information. TwoTech is asking for that information. Any associated device identifiers and content related to GT or Grand Theft Auto, Rockstar, or Cyberlink from their OneDrive account. And here is a glimpse, or here's it gives you kind of a photo of that subpoena. Here, even attachment A identifier. It talks about when IGN also notes that one of the Discord servers belongs to an Australian GTA content creator. Oh, they got this guy's name in here. Oh man, Matthew Matt Judge. I hope I don't get somebody that doesn't act as a threat actor and use tech support spies, and they might do it, but we're not big enough. We're small. So, who's been publishing breakdowns of the leaks? Judge himself acknowledges in a YouTube video that his Discord server was subpoenaed, and I hope I don't get that big to where I'm getting subpoenaed by Microsoft or I'm getting subpoenaed by Take-Two. It says that the subpoena against Microsoft also looks to identify the infringer behind the GitHub page that's been documenting the leaks from CyberLink under the claim that the page is hosting copyright infringing content. Microsoft didn't immediately respond to requests for comment. So, yeah, Take-Two is trying to get information on where the leaks are coming from and who is the culprit for these leaks. I don't know. There's a lot of information here. Let me use. They're using a lot. They're trying to find a lot of information here. So and I'm not a security expert, but I would think the registration, the email is probably a bogus email to a bogus person. You can create an email, right, and go in. Hey, my name is, Tom, Dick, and Harry, and my email address is, and you definitely need to have an email address, obviously, when you're doing a registration, because they have to send you an email to confirm who you are, right? But you can create a bogus email, right? Tom, Dick, and Harry is the name. Give a bogus date of birth, and you can eventually create a bogus email, whether it's with Google, whether it's whoever, right? And then if you have a VPN, right, you can hide your IP address with your VPN, or a lot of times too. Not a lot of times, and again, I'm not a security expert, but you can try to use like a proxy server. And what a proxy server is like a go-between, right? So say that your computer A, right? Computer A has your true IP address, right? And you want to go to yahoo.com, right? Or you want to go to youtube.com. Let me get rid of this. And you want to go to youtube.com, right? But youtube.com has to recognize what computer A's IP address is and allow for them to have access to see the content on youtube.com. And most likely youtube.com is tracking what the IP address is at computer A. But let's say you have a proxy server, a server that's a go-between between computer A and youtube.com. And let's say that proxy server is configured to kind of just randomly give different IP addresses. I've never configured a proxy server before, but I kind of understand what a proxy server is used for. So when computer A requests to go to YouTube.com, it's going to go to that proxy server, and that proxy server is going to give it some type of bogus IP address that's going to go to YouTube.com. YouTube.com is going to recognize that IP address as being a legit IP address and allow for it to see the content. It's going to also track that IP address. But if they go back to it and try to track where that IP address came from, they might not be able to find it because it's that proxy server that is giving YouTube.com that bogus IP address. Right? So, again, I'm not a security expert guy, but I kind of have an IT idea, have some of how certain servers and things can work. But you never know. Microsoft may be able to come up with some information and find out where these guys are, where these cyber elite guys are. But if they were able to hack into whatever server from Rockstar or wherever and get this information, they probably are smart enough to be able to hide where they are, to hide their registration, to hide their emails, come up with just bogus information, bogus emails, to where it will probably be hard to find these guys, right? But I'm excited for GTA 6. I'm ready for it. I still got GTA 5 on my gaming console because, again, I no longer do PC gaming, but I'm excited for GTA 6 when it comes out. I'm going to definitely play it, and I hope to have as much fun with GTA 6 as I did with GTA 5 on my gaming console. So, where is... I'm going to just use this one. All right. Those are all the articles I wanted to go over for Friday's Computer and Technology News live stream. Again, this is episode 7. Let's talk about some things here, right? So I hope you enjoyed this live stream. Please put a like on this stream. Please share TekSupportSpy with everyone else. One of the things is that we do offer coaching services. Again, I'm a former college IT instructor, and we do it all remote. If you have Microsoft Teams or you have Zoom, right? I can invite you to a Zoom call. You don't have to show your face, right? But I can show you how to use your computer. Obviously, I would need to have some type of remote connection to your PC, and I can show you how to use Windows 11, show you how to do troubleshooting on your PC, on your gaming PC. If you need to learn how to troubleshoot your PC, I will need remote access, but we can all talk through a Zoom session, or we can just talk through over the phone, right? And I'll walk you through, allow me to remote in, and then I can show you and teach you how to use your computer. Reach out to us. You can email me at TekSupportSpy at TekSupportSpy.com. You can also text me at 844-930-5785. You can also go to TekSupportSpy, TekSupportSpy.com. You can chat with me. And you can go to our website, find where you can book a session with me. You can also call, text, and say, hey, I'm looking to learn Windows 11. I'm looking to learn how to troubleshoot my Office or troubleshoot my graphic card. I'm looking to understand the difference between Linux and Windows. Reach out to me and we'll talk, and we can see how I can help you. All right. I hope you enjoyed this live stream. We will be live tomorrow. I do not know what the topic is going to be for tomorrow, but I will come up with something to have a live stream tomorrow. Make sure you tell everyone about TekSupportSpy. Make sure you also tell someone to fix their brakes, right? Tell someone to fix their brakes. And I hope you enjoyed this live stream. Thank you for watching TekSupportSpy. Again, messing up on the sound effects. Hey, take care.